Oh boy, the wheels keep turning and they don't stop turning. So I guess let me move on to my next one, which is going to be Islam. Being a Muslim, my history of it. So I had originally started that in the middle of my journey of atheism, and I don't know how long this is going to be. It's not going to be as short as demonic of like Satanism, but it's not going to be as long as atheism. But um, so with with it's super embarrassing now that I think about it because the whole like everything surrounding it was super embarrassing. But being a Muslim, so my journey with that was I was like slap dab in the middle of atheism and I was starting to doubt literally everything and I was trying to I was wondering what the one true religion is. And I remember somebody saying like Islam is like the one true religion, so I remember just like not even questioning it, being sucked into it. And I'm sorry if the fan is too loud, but I remember being sucked into it. Sorry, my teeth. Being sucked into it and believing it wholeheartedly for like I saw a music video and it's funny how music works. I remember being like wrapped around it because of the music. I remember watching the music video where there was like a bunch of people like me, like African Americans, who were singing this like worship song to Allah. And I remember like looking at that and I was like, so I should be doing that. So what I ended up doing was I think I was a Muslim for a good few months. I remember going online. I don't even know where I got the money for this, to be honest. Like I legit don't remember where I got money for this from. I remember going online and buying like a whole bunch of hijabs. So I bought it and I had like this whole assortment. Keep in mind, I will never forget this. It came in the mail like months later. It was the shipping was horrible, but months later, I had months later I had gotten them, and I would wear them everywhere. And I remember I wouldn't do anything without them off. And I remember my father scolded me because he wanted to take me to the airport to drop off my I forgot who one of my family members, but my father refused to take me to the airport because I was wearing a hijab, and he was like, "I'm not taking you." We had a full blown argument about this. Anyways, be that as it may, there's that. So I bought a whole bunch of hijabs, everything, the whole shebang, the whole bing bang. So, and I continued like that. I remember being in Juro TC, and I remember telling him I couldn't wear my hat because I was already wearing hijab or something like that. I think he told me that I had to take it off and wear the hat, and I remember like I can't do that because that's not Muslim thing. So I remember disputing it with the school and everything. It was so stupid. Be that as it may, as well, I remember I'll never forget being in my JROTC uniform and the principal coming up to me and screaming at me for like being a Muslim. And yeah, he was so mad and so mad. He was like, yelling at me. Uh, and I think he said, then why don't you take the uniform off if you're gonna wear it? And he was so pressed. Be that as it may. I kept it on for a little while. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy, and I was. I've always been weird. But, yeah. Uh, I think a few months after all of that, I remember I never read the Quran. Never. I remember that was on my checklist. Like, I'm going to read the Quran. And I remember listening to some sermons. I don't even remember them to this day, but I remember listening to some sermons and I just was not impressed. Like I remember listening to some Islamic sermons, like Muslim sermons, and I remember like being like, I remember I still had like a tiny smidgen of Christianity in me, where I was like, this isn't correct. What? That's no, that's not who God is. God is like Jesus. What are you talking about? And I remember because of that, because of my religious training in Christianity growing up, I remember just like, nah, I remember like I can't do that. Plus, what really got me out of it, like, well, I said I couldn't connect with them, could not connect. So it was a facade from the beginning. Um, and I remember watching a video, an atheistic video that was like disputing Islam. It's disputing Muslim. So I remember watching that, and I went from Muslim to atheist again. Uh, so yeah, um, and oh wow, is it? It's actually shorter than I didn't think that was going to be possible. Or maybe it's like the same time. I think the other one was 10 minutes, so this was actually shorter than I had anticipated. Even though it took up like a lot in my mind, it took up slightly more, but I don't know how this is shorter. Maybe it's because I remember it more, and on the other one I was trying to remember what I went through. But yeah, um, so that's the history with that. And as always, I have been a messianic Jew slash I guess Christian for I guess I shouldn't even say it like that. I don't want to be like, oh, I guess I'm Christian. I've been a messianic Jew for about 3-4 years. So yeah, and that's it. I know, like, from my history, and I'm going to be doing a whole video on this, but no, I started off as a Christian, and honestly, I'm going to end this life as a Christian. Um, so, yeah.